Mark and I both watched the Liver King documentary, which
I hate that motherfucker so much.
Jim, do you know who the Liver King is? You do,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It made me feel really
I've ignored it just because I hate him.
Yeah,
He's
gross.
He's kind of interesting, though. I mean, he's like the most buff guy I've ever seen. His muscles are exploding out of his body.
he's a grift.
And he says, well, I know, and we all kind of thought that.
Yeah.
But, you know, he goes around selling these supplements, claiming that, hey, liver, morning, night, and day, whatever. And
yes, sir.
and I
He's
live
got to
this.
be riddled with worms.
He has these 9 tenets that he follows, which are, sun, water,
I know, Earth. But here's the genius of what he does. Some of what he says is legit, right? You probably shouldn't eat processed food. You should work out. You should go out in nature. You should be in the sun.
No, I do. I found myself saying the same thing.
Drew's going to get ripped and grow a giant beard.
Well, unfortunately, if I follow his 9 tenets, it's not going to be enough. I'm going to need the steroids and the HGH he takes.
What rippling muscle.
But I'm on the HGH anyway.
Alrighty.
But he has HGH. It's some pharmaceutical HGH. Why can't I get that?
So, and that's how his empire started falling apart. He got busted, and then all these other grifters that do YouTube videos started taking him apart. But what's missing from the documentary is he wasn't always spending 11 grand on HGH every month. He got ripped on something else before then, which had to be anabolic steroids.
Sure.
Had to be. There's no doubt.
Completely. No, there's no way.
But they left that. That's not in the documentary. He won't admit to that.
Yeah, but don't you have to maintain that, or everything turns to butter, basically?
Well, he probably was, but he didn't get busted with that. He got busted with the HGH.
Probably still roiding out, I would imagine. But the most fascinating thing in the whole documentary, well, there's a couple things.
You want me to cue it up?
Really fast. Yeah, cue it up. You know what I'm talking about. By the way, he says he's quit steroids, and he used to say that, he's all about eating testicles and liver, and now he says vegetables and testicles.
Yeah.
He's in the garden and
Vegetables
he's
and testicles.
growing fruits.
At the end, yeah. Yeah, after he takes a shit in the garden,
Peas and
Yeah,
carrots.
he shits in the garden every day.
God,
You see the
really?
plants down there, brother.
That's how much he loves his own dumps.
E. coli.
Doesn't want them going to waste.
I mean, is he just immune to it, I wonder? By now he must be.
He eats the vegetables, so he wants to eat himself.
Yes,
he wants to fertilize it
He wants the vegetables to be fertilized by his own shit.
and then ingest himself again.
Exactly. No, thank you for making that point, Jim. That's important.
That is freaking disgusting. Oh, look at his
Yeah,
body.
but he's still that big, isn't he?
So
Doesn't he?
ropey.
Yes, he's
Still got to be on steroids, right?
Yes. To be
So-
that pumped?
I don't know.
This is so cool the way, you're going to love this.
Yeah, so he's talking about being a wiener kid, and so he found a home in the gym.
I remember the sounds. It's fucking bang bang, nonstop rattle. And you're hearing the grunt. The smell of Bengay.
Who likes
The
that?
most beautiful fucking playground. There's a million ways to fuck yourself over.
Look at that body.
Everyone took me in, showed me around, would spot me, tell me what I was doing wrong.
Hot.
I felt like I'm part of the club. Oh, I didn't even realize how much time I spent in that gym. I spent all of my extra time in that gym. Let me tell you a story you won't fucking believe. My first fucking time I ever came in my life was on a bench press.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah, it's because he was lifting with one arm, beating off with the other.
Turns out that I probably needed to come a long time ago, but I'm fucking benching, man, and I felt it coming on, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Oh, I figured out what fucking masturbation was after that, man. How do I get that back? Because I knew what the vision was for me and my physique.
So he was getting off on himself,
Yeah, he made himself come
Wiped
on
on the
himself.
bench after that. I mean,
and he never went to the gym again. He just stayed home and beat off.
he
He
looks
could
like
probably look in the mirror and come.
That's how he got really strong.
he has sebum head and sebum face from that beard.
Okay, so he has the ancestral lifestyle, right? You got to live like your ancestors in the primal life, except you're posting everything online. You're
Yes.
driving a car. You're living in just a mansion. That's not the ancestral lifestyle. Go live in a hut.
And the gym isn't an ancestral thing either.
I really found
And, you know, he has that crazy beard and hair because he doesn't cut his beard or his hair.
he can grow more of himself.
But yet, not a single hair on that chest or the rest of his body. So he's shaving the rest of his body. It's just
You
so
can see his
stupid.
guns.
It's just so stupid.
Well, I tell you where I really get interested is when he starts building his following.
Yeah.
And he's selling all these supplements, which is another story.
So he's an influencer.
Yeah, he's an influencer, but he's not huge. And then he gets on Impulsive with Logan Paul. And then he gets on Barstool, and he's on with Andrew Schultz, and all of a sudden he blows up. His TikTok blows up, and all these people are like, oh my God, I follow this guy. I'm going to do what he does. I'm going to eat liver day and night. I'm going to eat testicles. I'm going to do whatever he does.
I'm going to buy his supplements.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's this huge influencer who actually is.
Nipples, man.
He's really influencing people. Only to find out that, oh, you know what? He's a fraud. He was taking steroids and HGH.
Probably like a lot of influencers out there.
Yes.
I think they're all frauds.
They're fucking lying.
But we always vet later. It's just like, yeah, do it. And then vet later. And then we find out that half of the cults we join are total, but well, more than half. They're all bullshit. There's no such thing as a solution, a one fits all solution. But gotta tell you, these young
He was almost it, though.
who are joining the most cults? Is it young guys? Because I look
Yes,
at
young
Andrew
dudes.
Tate's and I look at the Liver King, and I go, God, there's a lot of young guys
I think,
just lost.
I think they're the most impressionable.
Seeking masculinity as
Yeah.
like a refuge from not being able to date girls.
See me have sex with myself.
But that
He's an
doesn't,
insult.
that doesn't fit with what they're told, though, because they're told that, oh, we all have trauma and we want you to be vulnerable.
Well, that's why I think
that's
it
what women
might
love.
be females too, because of that language.
The females, what you mean, their cult is the woke cult?
Yeah, more so.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Probably.
But yeah, it does seem like I wasn't
I think
thinking.
these young men are looking for an alpha male to look up to.
Yeah, who are
Like the
who are
Liver King.
Andrew Tate is the worst. I can't believe anyone
yeah,
likes that guy or actually goes, oh, he's got it down. He's such a fuck. Do you know who he is, Trudy?
Yeah.
Oh, what a piece. Have you ever watched his videos?
I've heard a lot of them, haven't watched them. I can't kind of stand looking at him.
What a piece
Hideous.
of shit.
He's, talking about pushing women around and
Yeah.
how to make her submissive to you. And
I think.
Oh, where can I find these videos?
but you have to pay you have to pay the piper for them.
And I think of what these poor young women are dealing with now. All these guys trained by Andrew Tate and porn.
Right?
Oh,
Guys
God.
watching porn from age 13 and then following Andrew Tate or the Liver King. And these poor young females, this is what they get.
Great.
Say that.
So, you know what I didn't really pick up on is how. So, is he still making money, the Liver King? Is he still?
I got the sense that he's not. I don't know if he's. It's funny because I've been asking everybody. Have you heard of this Liver King guy? And it's about 50% of people have. Like, I was at the dentist today and I asked the hygienist. She goes, "No, I never heard of him." Then I asked the dentist. He goes, "Oh yeah, I totally know all about the Liver King." Like,
Yeah, a lot of people know him.
I know. I feel weird that I didn't know who this
Yeah, but
dude
if you
was.
showed him, you didn't recognize him when you saw him. You've never seen that guy
I'm not.
before.
I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. So.
That's why I saw him
Yeah.
on social media, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
This guy never took steroids, and he looks like that." I mean, I'm not a person that really studies this stuff, but the Joe Rogans were all calling him out, going, "There's no way."
Rogan seemed to be on top of it.
Yeah, a lot of people were, but a lot of people were buying it too, especially young guys.
If you're eating raw meat, though, you have tapeworms like everywhere in your body.
Liver King didn't.
Oh, I guarantee if he actually
No.
is eating raw meat, he
No,
does.
never got it.
Really?
Trudy, there's a scene in there where he kills a cow with his family and then they just start eating the organs.
That's just
No, God,
really
and
disgusting.
I just say he killed it with a fucking knife too.
Well, yeah,
Just so-
just like our ancestors did.
See, I
And
know
then
this.
posted it on Instagram.
It was in a pen in his yard.
I know this for a fact because I used to give like raw turkey to my aquarium fish.
Yes.
And all of a
What?
sudden I
You got
look at
tapeworms?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fish?
Like one of them, I'm like, what's wrong with that fish? And it had something eating a hole through its body. So yeah,
Ew.
Weird.
yeah, and
You murdered
that's-
your fish?
Yeah.
No, I didn't
What a
intentionally.
bad fish mom you
But I
are.
did-
Second degree.
I did learn a lesson about raw meat of all kinds that we think are kind of safe, but
It was a tough lesson for that fish. You learned it that way.
I thought. What do you mean raw? I thought we pretty much
I eat raw
everyone
fish all the
knew
time.
You don't eat raw meat.
Yeah, is it kind of a Middle Eastern thing, eating raw meat?
oh, kibbe,
I love, like our tartar, yeah.
Yeah, that's prepared a certain
sushi.
way.
But,
I
but
will
all
not.
those
I
are-
won't eat that. I will
Well,
not-
but
I
it's
won't even
not.
eat that.
It's
good.
not rare. It's not. I mean, it's rare, but it's marinated in things that kill the bacteria.
I don't like the taste of it though.
Really?
Yeah, I
Not
don't
really.
Oh, I
understand
do.
kibbe that much,
Oh,
but
Well, it's not
I
cute.
want to see your tapeworms, dude.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a tapeworm to lose some weight.
Do you eat sushi though?
Sushi, not really.
Oh, I
Really?
love it.
Occasionally, the Champions Club has
Love
it,
it
but
Well,
I usually don't partake.